Every week or so, another manhwa about an E-rank hunter that gets granted a magical floating system window that somehow makes them top one in their verse spawns on the surface of the earth. And somehow yes, we keep reading them. The manhwa space has almost unanimously dubbed this genre system slop, and I am inclined to agree with them. So today I decided to binge 10 different system manhwa to answer one question: are they all slop? Without further ado, let's address solo leveling. I'm sure you all know solo leveling. This series needs no introduction. I'm only covering it because it is the system manhwa, the blueprint for all of these manhwa that are going to be in this genre. In this world, portals to other dimensions called dungeons randomly spawn all over the world, and unless they are cleared, the monsters in the portals break out and cause destruction. Some people gain magical powers that allow them to battle these monsters. These people are called hunters. They are ranked upon awakening anywhere from E to S rank. This rank will remain stagnant in most cases till they die. The story follows Song Jin-woo, an E-rank hunter nicknamed the weakest hunter of all mankind. Oh, this shit is still frying me till this day. Who is your ops, bro? Who did you beef with that you got the name weakest hunter of all mankind? Bro, there are other E-rank hunters out there. What do you mean weakest of all mankind? The author was really trying to drive home a point there. Anyway, the reason he hasn't quit yet is because he has to pay for his mother's hospital bill and his sister's education. One day, him and his party end up in a double dungeon that wiped half of them out. The rest escape, leaving Jinwoo there. After barely surviving, he is given a mysterious floating screen called the system. This allows him to continuously get stronger by leveling up, kind of like in a game. From then on, the plot is just him fighting an opponent 2 or 3 levels higher than him and then pretend to be weak while aura farming. That's like the first half of the story, and the second half is just him aura farming. It might not be crazy to say that solo leveling is the Dragon Ball of manhwa. I mean, basically just created an army of clones that copy its every move. So like it's basically Dragon Ball. Now, considering this is the first system, one of the first system manhwas that was out there, and it really popularized the genre, and it did it better than all of them, or most of them at least. Most of the dungeon, solo leveling does it way better than most of them. And considering this one is actually finished, unlike most of them, of course we score higher in my books because I'm putting solo leveling in B tier. Next is defeating dungeon through copy and paste. The story follows Arjun. Wait, Arjun? As in the guy who beats Goku but has no feet? I think I found lost media, guys. Oh wait, no, it's Hanjun. With an N apparently. This manhwa pissed me off for no reason. In fact, what do you mean no reason? There was a reason. This manhwa was actively trying to piss me off. So it takes place in the classic Korean dungeon manhwa world, so I don't really need to explain the world. But if you really want to hear about it, just go back to where I talked about solo leveling. Hanjun is the weakest hunter alive. While others have powerful skills, he is stopped with a, I shit you not, useless skill called copy and paste. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. This skill allows him to copy and paste anything. What do you mean it's useless? In this world, some skills that are basically keyboard shortcuts exist. So for example, the skill Ctrl A allows you to select a group of people as a target for an attack, or a target for a skill. Hanjun's skill are Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And here's the part that made me really angry. He can even copy and paste abstract things, things that you can't physically touch, like mana. Meaning he has infinite mana. He can also copy and paste himself, meaning he's effectively immortal. Yet people call him weak. Never reading this shit again, bro. It's almost like in this manhwa, if you aren't a DPS, you're automatically useless. Bro would be an S tier support character. This story is one of those few ones that it gets a special class for potential, because it had so much wasted potential. It has to be the Megumi of manhwa. This character has a genuinely cool ability. I am giving it an 8 out of 10 for potential, bro. Next is Boundless Necromancer. Now I'm willing to pay any of you $1 trillion if you can show me where the necromancy is. The story follows Songjin 2. Yes, I'm calling him Songjin 2 because his name is motivation. None of those matter to me. Bro is basically just Songjin Woo in another verse. He is the generic weak hunter, goes through trials, blah blah blah, experience dead, blah blah blah, infinite leveling up, blah blah blah. The only thing that even separates him from Jinwoo is that he has a distinct appearance. He's not the generic short head, super sharp jawline. No. Well, he got a haircut, so now he just looks like Jinwoo. Oh, there goes the only difference between him and solo leveling. The solo leveling is actually good. The only redeeming quality of this manhwa is that the side characters are fine as hell, bro. Anyway, to this Songjin Woo tier for you, get out. Next is the Omniscient reader's Viewpoint. This manhwa was always getting shoved in my face for the longest of time. Everyone kept praising it as the pinnacle of manhwa, the best manhwa in existence. But after my mid experience with the beginning after the end, I wasn't really willing to give it a try, so I just LARPed. The only reason I even decided to read it in the first place was because I heard that anime adaptation was coming out, and lately I've been seeing different communities catching LARPers. So I do not want to be caught LARPing. The story did not disappoint. The story follows Kim Dokcha, an office worker, and the only reader of this niche web novel called 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. On the day he finishes the last chapter of the novel, events of the novel start happening in reality. Even the novel's characters are now real, apparently. So, see, Dokja isn't the strongest, or at least at this point in the story he isn't, but I heard that he gets stronger. So he isn't the most powerful, but he has insight into some of the events that will happen in this world. So it helps him with his own survival, as this world is basically survival of the fittest. This story was so good. The manhwa was so good. I read 200 chapters in one night. This is a feat that I could only accomplish in my prime. For plot, 10 over 10. Main character, 10 over 10. Side character, 8 out of 10. That's the only thing. I haven't seen most of the side characters I started with in a long time. You deserve a whole tier just for you. Peak fiction up there. Next is Reality Quests. I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit since it takes the Korean high school manhwa genre and fuses with the system slop genre. So it's not all bad. In fact, it's actually quite good. See, I've ever heard the saying negative plus negative equals positive. They basically just took high school slop and system slop and fused them to make peak fiction. The story follows Do and Half. He gets bullied a lot. Obviously, this is a Korean high school manhwa. Since he gets bullied for playing games so much, his bullies force him to grind in-game items for them. One day, he dies from exhaustion while grinding and respawns 1 week before his death. Except now he has a mysterious system that grants him real-life abilities of every video game he has ever played. He does it in a skill tree format, so it's not as if he just gets all the abilities at once. This series is genuinely the blue rock of system manual. But at first, you are wondering, can people see the demons that bro is summoning? Can people see the aura, that is the physical glowing aura emanating from bro when he's charging up? But it's left a mystery for a while, until when he starts doing shit like his skill charge shots, which basically gives him Gon's Janken Pun from Hunter x Hunter. But shit really hits the fan with his indomitable will skill. This skill, right, I shit you not, allows him to recover stamina by absorbing energy. Now, it seems like a basic support skill until when he freaking tanked lightning. He got struck by lightning and absorbed this shit and used it as energy to fight. Note, the people in this series are supposedly regular human beings. The funny thing, he's not even the strongest in the verse. In fact, after all the grinding and training he has done, he's still not top 10. He's genuinely frying me. Bro can tank lightning and still gets whooped by punches. And that plus to the manhwa is the S tier waifus. Every girl in this manhwa just bought for no reason. Plot 9 out of 10, main character 7 out of 10, side characters 9 out of 10, art 10 over 10, enjoyability 10 over 10, world building 6 out of 10 because we don't really leave their general pieces. It has just become the gang war type thing. Easy S tier. Next is auto hunting with my clones. This series genuinely reminds me of 2024 Blocks Fruit, where these script kiddies were flying around too lazy to grind bones in Haunted Castle, and then they just start hacking. And you can't grind in peace without them killing every single NPC in the vicinity. So in this world, anybody can awaken with skills and abilities artificially. The main character Sang-woo awakens a skill that allows him to create clones of himself. Now, see, these clones can operate independently of him, like supercomputers, in the sense that they will find the most effective way to do anything, any task they are given. Anything the clones do will benefit him. At the start of the story, the moment he realized he has clone abilities, the first thing was to send one clone to study, one to exercise, and he just went to sleep. Bro is really living the dream. Bro is moving like how Naruto could have moved if he was in modern day. The series is in general a fun read as we actively see Sang-woo becoming a more responsible person. So character development, which is like a lost art these days in most of this system manual. B+ tier. I'm rating it slightly higher than Solo Leveling, simply because it was a more fun read for me. Artifacts Devouring Player. It doesn't really have that many chapters to begin with, but it's mid so far. The story follows a 55-year-old man, Sang-young, who regresses 30 years in time with the help of his constellation. His main ability allows him to eat magic artifacts and absorb their stats and attributes into his own body. The story is mid but has pretty good art. The plot is like 5 out of 10. Main character is 7 out of 10. Easy C tier. Number 8. The Fallen Sage Rises to Power. Plot: Solo Leveling. Main character: Sungjin 2. Side characters: Woo. Enjoyability 0. World building: Solo Leveling. So the Sungjin Woo tier with you. Number 9. Enrolling the Transcendent Academy. This technically counts as a system manhwa. I mean, if we ignore the fact that the system is basically on its phone screen. Anyway, the story follows Kim Seo-jun. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. So he's a guy who was in debt. So he saved some money to get into a hunter academy. He ends up in an accident that forces him to spend all his savings, but in the darkest hour, an ad pops up on his phone, offering him the chance to join a Transcendent Academy. He accepts, but discovers this academy is in another dimension and trains him basically like Udemy. He basically just bought a no, the academy operates on like a Udemy course type system where you like buy courses for the abilities you want and learn them. Like physically have to train to learn them. It's generally pretty funny for me. B plus tier as well. The greatest ST developer. Absolute cinema. This and Omniscient reader are fighting for the number one manhwa spot for me. The story follows a civil engineering student, Suho Kim, who gets isekai into the body of a bomb deadbeat noble, Lloyd Frontera. See, Lloyd's family is in debt, so like just isekai into the guy's body at like the worst possible time. Using his modern engineering knowledge, Lloyd builds massive infrastructure to clear his family's debts. The manhwa is genuinely way too funny for this world. It started as some generic thing. It seemed like Isekai's Love to me the first time I read it. I was not willing to go through at first. But one of my friends pushed it to me, kept saying Lloyd is water, Lloyd is water. I was so confused, I didn't get the joke. Now I truly understand. That man really is water. All in all, I'll say that System Manhwa is basically the isekai slop of manhwa. They are generally just solo leveling clones, but every now and then there's a true masterpiece hiding among them. So unless you have the strength to sift through the trash, just look for some good recommendation somewhere and don't go looking by yourself. Because you could either find a masterpiece or spend 200 chapters reading slop.